Hi, my name is Soraya Khalil. I'm one of the winners of the Benetton Global Casting, and I'm originally half Ghanaian and half Jamaican. I currently live in the UK, but I spent before I moved here, I spent like about over 13 years in Ghana, so I'm pretty much Ghanaian. I studied in Ghana. I was born in London, then I moved to Ghana and I started off in Mary, which is a nursery school. Then I went to Christ the King International School, and that's where I actually happened to meet Lady May, who's the president of the Right to Right Foundation. We were in school together, and from the beginning to the end, I did do, and it was how it works, like how the system is now, but we had to take like probably all the core subjects. Then we did a bit of Ghanaian language, we did a bit of French, just a bit of everything. We did vocational skills, technical skills and stuff. And so from Christ the King, I actually fell into the year group that actually did BC twice. Well, because there was a lot of problems during the time that we did the exams, special batch. So yes, I had 10 ones, and so I had applied to Wesley Girls. That was my first choice, which is where I ended up for SSS. I was in Wesley Girls for 3 years. When I got to Wesley Girls, initially I applied to do the arts program, but usually when you fall into the category of those that get 9 or 10 ones, they automatically put you on the science courses first, and then you have the chance to like change, or opportunities to change. So I was already put into a science class, which was actually S2. And I remember getting there and thinking, oh my god, I never really thought like I'd ever do a science subject, you know. Never considered being a doctor or anything, but I thought, okay, it's a bit of a challenge, and I do really like biology, and so I thought, oh, what the hell, I might as well. Besides, with science, you can do a lot of things with it as well. So I ended up staying on to the science program and doing the science program. I don't know if I really I mean, I did like most of the subjects, but I think the one subject I didn't like was physics. I just really didn't like physics. So, yeah, I think the best thing about going to boarding school in Ghana is, I mean, well, the thing most parents liked about putting you through the boarding system is the training, because we learned how to cook, clean. We had to wake up at dawn about 5 a.m, fetch water when the taps weren't running. We'd go all the way to the borehole. This was the first time in my life I'd ever used a borehole, I remember. And the tap's never going to be running. It's always going to be like this. We wake up and we have chores like would scrub or sweep or like do some dusting inside the dormitory or outside on the compounds or campus. Then we also had trafficking, which was where we'd form assembly actually. We'd traffic, which is sort of like walk in neat straight lines into the chapel for morning assembly. And during trafficking, they had certain vantage points where we had inspection. They inspect your nails, whether you have a hymn book, Bible, everything, what you're wearing, your shoes, your hair, literally everything. So it was all about being very neat and pretty all the time. What else do I remember about Wesley Girls? Oh, entertainment. The Form 1s and Form 2s always had to perform, and it was actually compulsory, which was good in the end because it kind of made you creative. Like, I remember all of us getting together and we had to do every posters, making our own clothes for like different theme nights, like black. It's like you were doing the same robots. It's like you wake up, I mean, every second counts in that school. Like at 6:15 you could be doing something, and like at 6:24 there'll be another thing to do or another place to be. So we were like literally just running up and down. You had like siesta every 3 till 4, and you have to be there. And if you were at the wrong place, and well, at the wrong time, they'd like freeze, shout freeze, and wherever you are you have to literally stop. So imagine siesta if you're supposed to be in bed for rest hour. It was great. I mean, it was good. I did SSE there. Actually, I did university in Ghana. I went to Durham. And the crazy thing about it is that from, I must have finished my SSE. It was quite different. I'd say it was like the complete opposite. This is university where no one tells you what to do. No one tells you whether to get up in the morning or go to a lecture. Like, it's like complete freedom. In the beginning you're like, yay, this is really cool, this is exciting. And then at some point you're like, what am I doing in my life? I should be in a lecture, I should be in a seminar, you know, I can't afford to fail uni. I mean, there were so many people I started off with in Durham that didn't actually graduate with me, which is, I mean, obviously sad, because the thing about university is you have to actually learn to be responsible. In boarding school in Ghana, they teach you to be responsible because they give you guidelines and you have to follow certain rules. But when you're left on your own, it's all about, you know, you actually making those choices yourself, which is the difference. And I did enjoy Durham as well because, I mean, it was like about 6 hours from London. It's a completely different, like, environment. You meet, like, people from everywhere, literally. I mean, and it was pretty. It had this whole medieval sort of ancient setting with castles and, like, you know, very old buildings. It was very pretty, and during the summer it was amazing. Obviously it's an old university, so the heritage and all the interesting stories about the past, I found that really fascinating. And we even had, like, one of our halls of residence was still actually an old castle, which was really cool. And I mean, it was just different, you know. It was different from going to school in Ghana, obviously, and it was different from going to school in London, I'd say. It was all about Jack Wills and Abercrombie. They had their own dress code, and everything was just different. And I kind of liked the contrast of being, you know, moving from one environment to another, you know. And yeah, so from Durham, I graduated with a 2-1 degree, business finance, and then in the beginning I remember thinking, oh my god, what am I going to do? You know, during your final year, during the first 2 years, you're like, well, I'm in uni, so yeah, I can afford to be a bum, but for a good cause. But then during your third year, you think, what am I going to do? I did do a few internships during the summer, and I did study towards, I mean, the whole aim or plan was to be an investment banker, which is still the plan. But then the crisis hits and the credit crunch, then it started getting difficult for jobs and stuff. So I figured I'd go on to do an ACCA, which is accounting and finance. Still finance related, which is what I like. And with accounting, it's a lot more stable than investment banking in the sense that I can at least have the ACCA qualification to fall back on, because, I mean, everyone needs an accountant, let's face it. Not everyone needs an investment banker, especially in a crisis. So that's what I'm doing now at London School of Business and Finance, an ACCA. And also, I mean, I study full-time, but I'm in lectures Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so it's giving me the rest of the week to do stuff that I actually do enjoy doing, because I figured, I mean, I finish next year, so it's giving me a year to a lot of modelling. Now, I actually never really thought I'd actually end up doing modelling. I was scouted when I was really young, about 16, right? So many times, especially in London. There was one woman that actually, like, followed me around H&M in Brent Cross, and I thought, wow, this is weird, have I done something wrong? And then she came up to me and gave me her card. So I mean, I did think about it. Occasionally I spoke about it with my mom, but she said, focus on getting your degree, and once you get your degree, you have something to fall back on, so you can do whatever you want. So it's something I do enjoy. Right now I'm young, obviously it can't necessarily be a full-time career or long-term career, but I do enjoy it now because I'm young. The first time I ever did a fashion show, I think, was in Durham, actually. We had the Durham University annual charity fashion show that was for the Princess Trust charity organisation, and it was really cool because we had to do, like, they had a lot of, like, designers and like little high street stores, Cold Saints, Jack Wills. They had even, like, Lelesso, Ozzy Cozzy, like, all sorts. And I remember the first time I was, like, so scared. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. But after that, I thought, wow, this is really cool. I do enjoy it. I do like clothes. And then after that, then I decided, you know, I really do enjoy this. I want to actually do something like this. So in my second year, I remember I organised an actual charity